Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please be joined by Kari, the Director of Jackson County Library Services. Kari, great to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, on the position 8 weeks now, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you're new to the area. Tell us a little bit about how you got here.
Sure. I spent the last 3 years working at the state library in Utah, and in that position I got to work with library and library systems across the whole state of Utah, get some really good experience working with different types of libraries or different sized public libraries in the state. And I also maintained some of the statewide databases and resources through digital collections databases, interlibrary loan, those types of things that libraries really do a lot of in different areas. And before that, I was in Colorado for 15 years. I worked in 2 different public library systems that really, I think, helped prepare me for the size and demographics of rural and Jackson County here in Southern Oregon. Okay,
so as I mentioned, about 2 months on the job. What have you been doing? Have you been kind of situating, obviously getting to know the area, getting to know all the many branches that you guys have to offer people?
Yes. So one of the first things I did was make sure that I planned visits to all 15 branches in the system, which, they're not located very close to each other. So getting up to Prospect and all the way over to Applegate, some of those challenges of getting around was definitely something that was a priority for me to make sure that I got to see all of the libraries. I've met a lot of the members of the Friends organizations in the different communities, the staff, and really gotten a sense of the different feel of the different libraries in our system. I also had some pretty good vacancies that I needed to fill. We now have a new marketing coordinator, and we're really close on 2 other administrative level positions that will just help keep things running smoothly at the branch level once we have those positions in place.
Sure, okay, so it's been, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 years since the library district was formed. Before that it was very unstable financially. You're coming into what sounds like a good situation. What is the situation right now for the Library Services District?
We're very fortunate that 3 years ago the voters did approve a independent district for the library, and so we have our own source of funding for library services, which helps keep our system stable. As you know better than I do, back in the early 2000s, after all these beautiful branches were built, unfortunately funding at the county level was not great, and so they made the decision to close the libraries for a short time before they reopened, and I think building on that momentum helped pass the bond, or not the bond issue, the mill levy issue to form the district, and now we're sitting in a pretty good financial place.
Okay, very good. We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Kari, the Director of Jackson County Library Services. So we're talking about how you're 2 months onto the job here in Medford, but a lot's changed in the last decade, or I suppose it's changing by the minute really with technology and the digital age and what's going on at the libraries. How do you guys manage to take advantage of that, if you will?
Well, I think that's one of the things that libraries really have had to be more nimble through time, and as these new technologies come along and everybody's like, well, who needs libraries anymore? We can find it all on the internet. Sometimes we forget that not everybody has connections to the internet, and so some of the services we offer, we have a digital services librarian program where I have staff who can work independently or individually with people who need assistance, so you can schedule those appointments at any of our branch libraries. They're there at each branch on a certain day of the week. We also have digital collections, so that if you want to, it's midnight and you finish your book and you can't fall asleep, you can download a new one right there and then. And then thirdly, we have spaces such as the Spark space that will be opening in Central Point next weekend. That is a maker/hacker lab space that is helping to teach coding, robotics, and those kind of future-looking technologies to teens and tweens and make sure that they're ready to enter the workforce and enter into that technological age. So, it's a real variety of things, and libraries are still about books, but now we're about books and.
Yeah, okay, and I'm sure you touched on a lot of them there, some definitely creative ideas. What types of programs or services do you guys offer that people might not be aware of?
So one in the technology arena is that we do have mobile hotspots that if you don't have internet access at your home, you can check out the service from the library and take that home with you for, couple weeks. And then we also just started a ukulele collection that you can download, or not download, you can actually check out the physical instrument, some sheet music to go with it. Once a month we have a jam session at the Medford Library on a Sunday afternoon. So it's a real creative way for people to get involved at the library and in their community.
Okay, excellent. Great to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.